Hey, Tony Gas here, still on my ride. Now, I think it said 54-minute ride, but I started my video into it a little bit. But then when I get there 30 minutes early, 45 minutes early, so I still have more time. So, we're on a little wisdom marathon right now. Now, see, you have a vision, but you also, you got to have a mission. And your mission, that's the vision in action. And I'm making that up. But when you think about it like war. But in this case, I want you to think about it like spiritual warfare. So you have a vision of saying, this is what I want to do. But then you have a mission that's saying, this is what I'm gonna do. So the vision is to conquer the land. That's the vision. But now the mission is how you going to enact the vision. How are you going to attack and conquer? That's the mission now. And when you go on this mission, you got to be committed. You got to be strategic. You got to be prepared. And the mission must be accomplished. And here's the thing, you got to remove the stops. Remove all stops. Remove all stops. And a lot of times we too afraid to ask. We too afraid to ask for a meeting. We too afraid to ask for a donation. The link is in the description. We too afraid to go sit with that person that our mama know, that our daddy know, that they work for. They worked for them when we was a kid, and we know they millionaires or billionaires. And we too afraid to reach out and say, hey, I'm such and such daughter. I'm such and such son. And I have a program that's helping the inner city youth, and I would love to come sit and talk with you about it. We too afraid to ask. Too much pride. And so I want you to think about this. And I'm talking to myself right now. The Lord, as I'm sitting here talking, the Lord just showed me somebody who I went and met with and didn't ask for nothing. And then the person reached back out to me and said, hey, tell me what you need for your boys program. And I ain't even asked for nothing. So I'm sending a voice note right after this video before the next video. You see how as you learn, you should teach. So now you get on your mission, and what you're gonna realize is that people gonna start to join you on your mission, because we strengthen each other. So I sow where I want to grow. Somebody made up that, it probably was a greedy pastor, so forgive me. But I sow where I want to grow. So if I see somebody doing something and I feel in my spirit that it is of God, I'll take from what I'm doing. So here I am in the midst of raising funds. It's people asking me for funds while I'm trying to raise funds for my program. It's people asking me for funds for their program. So for the programs that God say, yes, do it, give, I still been giving to other causes in the midst of me raising for my own cause. And that's what happens when you have a mission. When you have the vision and the mission now, or the mission and the vision. And so on the paperwork, it be saying what's the mission, then it be saying what's the vision, but really you need to have the vision before you have the mission now. And so, cause you got to outline what you finna do. And when you take and you start to do this, see, God has an army. He has an army. He have generals. He have frontliners. He had a strategist. He got nurses. He got all the different departments of what he got going on, and you'll know in your spirit what your role is, what he called you to do. You'll know. You might not know the title, but you'll feel the action in your spirit. You'll know what action to take without even having to be really told what to do. So I want you to understand that. And you get on this here mission, people gonna join you on the mission because everybody knows somebody. So somebody gonna say to you, oh, hey, you ought to talk to this person. You ought to talk to this person. And see, God knows what he want to do with you. He know what he want to do with you, how he want to do it, when he want to do it. And he's going to give you the plan. You're going to feel it in your spirit. He's going to say, okay, go into this right here industry or this field and do this right here. Put your hand to the plow at this right here, and I'm gonna send a harvest. You gotta till the land. You're gonna have to till the land. You're gonna have to sow the seed now. You're gonna have to water the seed. You're gonna have to protect your crop. But I'm going to send the harvest. That's what God said. I'm gonna send the harvest. And now with the harvest, go into the marketplace and sell. And now you're gonna sell, and with the money, I want you to buy this land. And with this land, I want you to build my house. And with this house now that you have built, this is going to be for generations to come. And there's gonna be a manual, the Holy Bible, and then your family manual. What your family, your lineage has specifically been instructed to do. And you're gonna get the download, and you got to be obedient. See, I want you to think about this. If you don't have children, you may have cousins who gonna have children. You may have nieces or nephews. You may have adopted children. You may have a friend who got children. There's wisdom that you're gaining through your experiences and through your mistakes and through your ventures, your endeavors, that you need to put in a book. Because when you put that into that book, that becomes your family manual. So now that manual is passed down. And that manual passed down, and you look and you say, oh. So like when the Lord called me home, my sons will probably read my books. And when they read my books, they're gonna know how to treat their wife. They're gonna know how to live their life. They're gonna know my full story that they probably heard me tell but didn't really listen all the way. But when they read The Dream Chaser, the book I wrote, they're gonna be like, oh wow, this is my daddy's whole story right here. And so then they're gonna know. And when they read Make It Work and A Woman's Influence, they're gonna know how to treat their wife. They're gonna know how to make their relationship work. And they're gonna have, between them 3 books, they're gonna have a blueprint for life. And you gotta do that in your way, in your words, in your wisdom. Whether you gotta hire me as a ghostwriter or whether you gotta, sit down and write it yourself. You got to get it out there. So you get it on out there. And this is a part of your mission. And this is what creates that generational wealth. And so you got it put in place. You got it set up and you got it put in place. So now you could take action. You can take action. And you could trust God every step of the way because you got a mission and a vision. And this right here, what you have to realize is you are not getting any younger. So you can't wait for the perfect storm. Can't wait for the perfect time. So the Lord just showed me something as I'm talking to you and ministering to you. The Lord ministering to me. That's how I'm ministering to you. And the Lord just showed me. He said, I don't want it. Not everything I tell you to build is gonna come from the hands of other people. Meaning, be careful who you ask. Meaning, don't beg man. If you ask man and man don't move, God has hardened his heart. And unless God tell you to keep asking man, meaning man or woman, don't keep asking man. Because God done hardened the heart. Remember, he hardened the heart of Pharaoh so he could show Pharaoh who he was, who he is, because he's still him. Here go God sent Moses to Pharaoh to say, set the captives free, and then God hardened the heart of Pharaoh. So we ask the Lord, what sense do that make? And the Lord say, I told you in my word, my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. So that don't make no sense in the world to the human mind. But see, God already had the plan. He already had the vision, and then he sent Moses on the mission. And the mission, it was gonna get accomplished. From day one, the mission was gonna get accomplished. But what God was able to do is not only was he able to deliver the captives from Pharaoh, but he also was able to win the souls of many because they saw the hand of God over and over and over. They saw the hand of God through the plagues, through the parting of the Red Sea. They saw the hand of God. So I want you to understand that God's still on the throne and he still worked the same way. So what are the metaphorical plagues or sign, and not plagues, but signs and wonders that he gonna do through you to win souls? Because it's people in your proximity who don't believe. And they believe that if they don't help you, you won't achieve. God got another plan. God said, go around them and do this right here. It might be to go to another person, or it might be to put your hand to the plow. But you be obedient in doing what he told you to do. And then watch what he do through you. And then they're gonna look and say, how did he or she accomplish this without me? How did he or she accomplish this without me lending my advice, without me lending my hand, without me lending my money, without me lending my help? How did he or she accomplish this? Because see, here's the thing. Sometimes people tell you no because they know you're going to accomplish it on your own. And they don't want to tell you yes because that's just going to make your journey shorter and the process faster. And they want you to get the bumps and the bruises and the lessons on the way to your destiny. So you got to understand that, and you can't take offense when somebody tell you no. You can't take offense when somebody ignore you. You can't worry about that. You got to do what the Lord told you to do, and you got to sit and you got to talk to him, and you got to let him show you what to do, where to go, who to ask, how to build, how to give, how to sow. The Lord gonna show. And that's what you got to be obedient to. But hey, this Tony Gaston. If you missed the earlier video before this, then get on back over there and make sure you get it in your spirit. And it's finna be a video after this. So make sure you come back and look for that and get that in your spirit. And all the important links is in the description. God bless you. Thank you to my donors, Tony Gaskin Family Foundation. My new agents, welcome. That's signing up. And for those of y'all that filled out the form for life insurance, I'm gonna be giving you a call. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm gonna be calling you. God bless you. We'll talk soon.